Have you ever wondered if bullies existed before school, before cities, before civilization itself? It might seem like bullying is a modern problem, but long before classroom, social media, office politics, humans were already dealing with people who pushed others around. In fact, if you traveled back 30,000 years, you'd probably recognize the behavior immediately. Someone taking more than their fair share. Someone intimidating weaker members of the group. The smaller hunter lowers their eyes. Others notice what's happening. Nobody says anything yet. Someone using strength to get what they wanted. The surprising part isn't that bullies existed. It's how ancient humans stopped them. Because in the prehistoric world, there were no police, no prisons, no written laws. Yet somehow our ancestors managed to keep aggressive people under control. And their methods may have shaped human society itself. To understand why, we first need to imagine what life was actually like. Most ancient humans lived in small bands of around 20 to 50 people. These weren't strangers. Everyone depended on everyone else. You hunted together, shared food, raised children together, protected each other from predators. If one person refused to cooperate, everyone suffered. That made selfish behavior incredibly dangerous. Imagine returning from a successful hunt. The entire group worked together to bring down a massive animal, but one hunter demands half the meat just because he's stronger. He believes strength gives him authority. He threatens anyone who objects. One hunter tries to speak. The bully immediately shuts him down. The camp falls silent. Everyone understands what's happening. But nobody wants a fight. In a modern city, you might call the authorities. In prehistory, there were no authorities. So what happened? One possibility is that the group simply refused to accept it. Anthropologists studying modern hunter-gatherer societies have found something fascinating. Many groups actively discourage people from acting superior. If someone boasts too much after a hunt, others joke about them. Instead of cheering, the tribe laughs. Not cruelly, no, but deliberately. The bully frowns. He expected admiration. Instead, he becomes the joke. At first glance, it sounds childish, but it serves a powerful purpose. Humor becomes a weapon. Instead of fighting with fists, the group attacks their social status. The strongest hunter can survive without admiration, but in a close-knit community, losing everyone's respect can be devastating. This practice is sometimes called leveling. Instead of allowing one person to dominate, the group works together to keep everyone relatively equal. Even the best hunters often received less praise than you'd expect. Why? Because too much admiration could encourage domination, and domination threatened everyone's survival. Imagine spending days tracking animals across dangerous landscapes. Everyone must cooperate perfectly. Every person has a role. Nobody can succeed alone. Now imagine one aggressive person constantly starting arguments. The hunt falls apart. Animals disappear into the forest. Days of work have been wasted. The entire band risks starvation. The cost of bullying wasn't just emotional. It threatened survival itself. But the tribes doesn't fight back immediately. Instead, they rely on collective pressure. No shouting, no violence, just everyone acting together. For the first time, the strongest person in the camp understands that strength alone means very little when an entire community chooses unity over fear. Sometimes the punishment was social rather than physical. People could stop sharing food, refuse help, ignore requests, exclude the aggressive individual from important activities. In a world where survival depended on cooperation, isolation could become life-threatening. Imagine trying to hunt a mammoth alone, or defend yourself and from predators without allies. Being excluded, it wasn't just emotionally painful. Scientists think humans evolved to fear rejection for exactly this reason. Even today, social exclusion felt like real pain. For ancient humans, belonging wasn't optional. It was survival. Leadership itself wasn't the problem. The problem came when leadership turned into intimidation. Children likely learned these lessons early. They watched adults cooperate. They learned fairness. Some bullies probably escaped punishment. Human behavior has always been complicated, but one pattern appears again and again. Communities resisted those who tried to dominate. Cooperation, not aggression, became humanity's greatest survival tool. Long before civilization taught humans how to punish bullies, survival itself already had.